Good morning everyone. In our last class, we are studying about the relationship between the non-central and the central movements. So coming to the relationship, it is divided into two parts, right? First one is we are going to find the central movements in terms of non-central, and the second one is we are going to find the non-central in terms of the central movements. So in the last class we have derived the relationship for the central movements in terms of the non-central. So today's class we are going to derive the relationship between the non-central in terms of the central movements. So whereas for the previous theorem we are writing central in terms of non-central. So we have first written the central movement definition. By that definition we have written the rth movement first. So here we are finding non-central in terms of central. So first we will be writing the rth non-central movement. So by the definition of the non-central movements. So here we are going to define the non-central movements. So what is the rth movement denoted with? Always non-central movements are denoted with mu dash. So here I am writing the rth movement. So I will be writing mu r dash is equals to, what is the formula? 1 by n summation I equals to 1 to n fi into, here the deviations are taken from a constant a, that is xi minus a whole power r. So this is the rth non-central movement. So in the last theorem we have to write in terms of the non-central. So we have added and subtracted a value. Here I want the values in terms of central movements. So if I want the values in terms of central movement means here I have to add and subtract the which value? For the central movements you will be having the arithmetic mean, right? Arithmetic mean means it is the x bar value. So here I am going to add and subtract the x bar value. We will be getting 1 by n summation I equals to 1 to n fi into xi. So I am going to subtract and add the x bar value. Xi minus x bar plus x bar minus a as it is whole power r. So here also I am going to write these two write this complete term in terms of two terms, so that mu r dash is equals to 1 by n summation I equals to 1 to n fi into the first term I am writing as xi minus x bar plus second term I am writing as x bar minus a whole power r. So in the definition of the non-central and central movements only, we have written xi minus x bar value as zi. So since zi equals to xi minus x bar, and what is x bar minus a? It is the mu 1 dash value. Mu 1 dash equals to x bar minus a. So we have written these in the definitions and also the note points, that always mu 1 dash is equals to x bar minus a. Now this is here in place of xi minus x bar So copy it. We'll do the expansion now. So similar steps will be there. If you understand the previous one, this one will be very easy for you. Now we'll do the expansion. So now mu r dash is equals to so 1 by n summation fi constant, write it as it is 1 by n summation I equals to 1 to n fi. Now apply this expansion of x plus 5 whole power n. So first we are writing x power n, that is in place of x we have zi. So zi power n, sorry here whole power r, so zi power r. Next NC1, that is RC1 zi power r minus 1 into mu1 dash plus next term is RC2 zi power r minus 2 into mu1 dash square plus third term is RC3 zi power r minus 3 into mu1 dash cube. Next fourth term plus RC4 zi power r minus 4 into mu1 dash power 4 plus so on up to the last term y power n, that is mu1 dash power r. Now what is the next step we are going to do? We are going to multiply 1 by n summation fi inside to all the terms. Now write down the next step. Mu r dash is equals to, so first term is mu1 dash value also we know, we have seen in our notations, that is node points. So we will take the values from r equals to 2. So here r equals to 2 means first mu2 dash value we are going to get. So mu2 dash equals to mu r means mu2 plus rc1 is 2c1 mu r minus 1 is 2 minus 1 into mu1 dash plus next term is 2c2 mu2 minus 2 into mu1 dash square. So what about the remaining terms? Here we will be getting 2 minus 3, that is mu minus 1. It's not possible because we are going to have the movements from r equals to 0, 1 to so on. There are no negative values. So the higher movements will be avoided. So solve it, which is equals to mu2 as it is 2c1. NC1 value will be n itself. So 2 into mu2 minus 1 is mu1 into mu1 dash plus 2c2. NCN value is 1 always. 1 into mu naught into mu1 dash whole square. So from the central movements, what is the mu1 value? So we know that since mu1 equals to 0, what is the first central movement? Mu1 equals to 0. So substitute that value. We will be getting mu2 dash is equals to mu2 plus 2 into mu1 is 0 into mu1 dash plus what is mu naught value? Mu naught is 1. So since mu naught equals to 1 into mu1 dash whole square. So therefore mu2 dash is equals to mu2, 0 into anything is 0 plus mu1 dash whole square. So this is the mu2 dash, that is non-central movement in terms of the central movement. Now we are going to substitute. Now we are going to put r equals to 3. Copy this one. Now find out the movement simultaneously along with me. Try to do it. Now put r equals to 3. So r equals to 3 means you are going to get mu3 dash equals to mu3 plus rc1, that is 3c1 mu3 minus 1 into mu1 dash plus 3c2 mu3 minus 2 into mu1 dash square plus 3c3 mu3 minus 3 into mu1 dash 2, and the higher order movements are avoided. This is equals to first mu3 plus 3c1. What is 3c1? NC1 value will be always n into that, sorry, 3 into mu3 minus 1 is mu2 into mu1 dash plus what is 3c2 value? 3c2 value is 3 itself. Mu3 minus 2 is mu1 into mu1 dash square plus 3c3 value 0. Now therefore, what is the required mu3 dash value? Mu3 dash is equals to mu3 plus 3 mu2 mu1 dash plus 0 into this complete term will become 0. 1 into mu1 dash cube is mu1 dash cube. So this is the required mu3 dash, that is third non-central movement in terms of the central movement. Now we are going to substitute r equals to 4. Now substitute r equals to 4. So r equals to 4, we are going to get the mu4 dash value. Mu4 dash equals to mu r, that is mu4 plus 4c1 mu4 minus 1 into mu1 dash plus 4c2 mu4 minus 2 into mu1 dash square plus 4c3 mu4 minus 3 into mu1 dash cube plus next term 4c4 mu4 minus 4 into mu1 dash power 4, and the higher movements are ignored. Now simplify it. So first mu4 dash plus 4c1 is 4, mu4 plus 4c1 is 4, mu4 minus 1 is mu3 into mu1 dash plus 4c2. So find out the 4c2 value. How will you find out? 4c2 equals to 4 factorial by 4 minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial. So 4 factorial means 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 divided by 4 minus 2 is 2 factorial. 2 factorial is 2 into 2 factorial is 2. 4 and 4 gets cancelled. 3 into 2, it is 6. So 6 into mu4 minus 2 is mu2 into mu1 dash square plus 4c3 value is 4. Always n minus 1 value is n itself. So 4 into mu4 minus 1 is mu1 into mu1 dash cube plus 4c4 is 1 into mu4 minus 4 is mu0 into mu1 dash power 4. Now simplify it. Mu4 dash is equals to, what is mu, next first value, mu4 plus 4 mu3 mu1 dash plus 6 into mu2 into mu1 dash square plus here 4 into mu1. What is mu1 value? It is 0 into mu1 dash cube plus 1 into mu0. Mu0 value is 1. 1 into mu1 dash power 4. Since mu0 equals to 1 and mu1 equals to 0. Therefore, what is the mu4 dash final value? We got it as mu4 dash equals to mu4 plus 4 mu3 mu1 dash plus 6 mu2 mu1 dash square plus 0 into this complete term will come equals to xi minus a, where a is the shift of the origin, that is central point, and we have considered ui equals to xi minus a by h. So that is shift in the origin and scale. So now we will see whether those shifts are influencing the movements or not. So whereas for the mean, you may be using any shifting, either the origin or the scale, the answer will be same. Now we will check, even if you shift the origin and scale, we are going to get the same answers or not. So first we are going to check for the non-central movements. So first write down the rth non-central movement. The rth non-central movement is given as, so rth non-central movement, it is denoted with mu r dash equals to 1 by n summation I equals to 1 to n fi into xi minus a whole power r, where r equals to 0, 1, 2, so on. So keep this one as equation 1. Now let us consider the shift of change in origin and scale. So let us consider, so what is the shift of origin and scale we denote with? Mu I equals to xi minus a by h. So where a is the shift in the origin and h is the shift in the scale. So if you are using capital A in our previous shiftings, we have used capital A. So you also will use capital A only. Now, what is the ui value? From this, what is xi minus a value? I can get it as ui into h is equals to xi minus a. Now keep this one as equation 2. Now substitute equation 2 in 1. Substitute equation 2 in 1. We get, that is mu r dash is equals to 1 by n summation I equals to 1 to n fi into xi minus a. In place of xi minus a, what I am writing? Mu I into h whole power r. So this can be written as mu r dash is equals to, here h power r, it is a constant, so I am writing outside h power r into 1 by n summation I equals to 1 to n fi into ui power r. So generally, what is central movement? What is non-central movement? Sorry, mu r dash equals to 1 by n summation I equals to 1 to n fi into di power r. So we will be writing movement like this, right? If we take xi power a as di, or if a equals to 0, we will be simply writing the raw movement as 1 by n summation fi into xi power r. So if you are shifting your origin, that means in place of x you are taking u, means you have to get the movement in this format only, that is 1 by n summation fi into xi power r. So if you observe this one, is this in this format? We are having 1 by n summation fi, the variable we took ui, so ui power r. What is the extra term we are having? We are having the extra term h power r. That means whatever the movement is there, it is dependent on this h. You are getting mu r dash value in terms of h only, right? So this is dependent on h. What is h here? H is the shift in the scale. So therefore, these non-central movements are independent of origin but not scale. So because it is dependent on scale, that means it is not independent on scale. So therefore, So keep it this one as equation 4. Now substitute 4 in 1. So by substituting equation 4 in equation 1, we are going to get the mu r equals to 1 by n summation I equals to 1 to n fi into what is the xi minus x1 value? H into mu I minus mu bar whole power r. What is the